Hi, lovelies, and welcome back to the Quiet Moon Oracle. My name is Bobby, and I welcome you to the channel. And today, what we're doing is a 2026 forecast of what we are to expect as a collective for the new coming year. So, go ahead, take a breath, get grounded, and let's go ahead and connect with whatever energies is calling for the new year, and let's see what it brings in. And before I do that, if you are new to the channel, I welcome you. If you do like what you see throughout the video, I encourage you to please like and subscribe as we are here on Tarot Journey. And I would love for you to be a part of that. So I'm going to go ahead and start shuffling these tarot cards, but before I just want to talk a little bit about the numerology within the year. So 2025, if you take 2025 and add those up, that gives us a number of 9, and 9 was the year 2025, which was a 9, is the year of the snake, and 2025 was all about releasing and shedding that skin, just like a snake does, and removing any old beliefs, ideas that no longer really we resonated with. So it's definitely a full completion here as we leave the energy of 2025, which was a 9, and we start getting into the year of 2026. When we add 2026 in numerology, that breaks down to a 1, and it's all about bringing in new energies. It's a new beginning here, and 2026 in the Chinese astrology is the sign of the fire dragon. So 2026 is going to be a grand new fresh start here with new cycles, new leadership, new dependence, and self-awareness. And we're going to be charging in really quick. As you know, fire is definitely passion, so it's going to be bold. There's going to be personal growth, and we hope to see that today in our cards as we pull. So again, today we're exploring the collective energies for 2026 with a simple but very powerful 4-card spread. And what we're going to be focusing on is what is the theme of the year, what we're releasing, and what we are going to be stepping into. And of course, there's going to be a card for our guidance for 2026. So I'm going to go ahead and start shuffling. I've already meditated in the energies today, so we're really ready to dive in here. So as I go ahead and dive in here, I hope that everyone had a wonderful Christmas, a holiday, whichever way that you celebrate. It was definitely a quiet one here, and I truly embraced the peace and calm that comes with it at all times, since this definitely has been a crazy year. And I just want to make sure that I actually can get all the cards in here in the shot. We already have 2 cards here, and we'll just continue to shuffle and see what energies are coming up. Okay. Oh, and I think we've already actually pulled them because we have 2 there. Okay, so again, we pulled out 4 cards here. The first one's going to be the theme of the year, what we're releasing, what we're stepping into, and the guidance for 2026. So I'm going to go ahead and kind of just show all of them so that we can definitely see what we are envisioning here. And I don't necessarily read reversal cards, so we'll just flip that over. Okay, so we'll go ahead and begin with the theme of the year for 2026, and what we got here is the King of Swords. The King of Swords is a air sign here. He is sitting on his throne, and he has his sword. The sword is all about thoughts and patterns here. So for the theme of this year, what we're doing is that we're actually letting our year be guided and ruled with our logic and our thoughts, rather than allowing our emotions to get into the way. We have been through a rough 2025, and we have definitely been through many of those obstacles, and through those obstacles we have gone ahead and created a sense of our own disciplinary thoughts that we've developed. We have been honest with ourselves, and we have definitely have built mental clarity, and we are no longer going to allow our emotions to get into the way, because when we let our emotions in, it complicates some of the things in life. So for 2026, we're just going to allow ourselves to make decisions, to have conversations, to be able to communicate, and to drive all our energies and sources based on the reality of what we have seen, based on other people's actions, because those always speak louder than real words. And we're just going to be seeing things for what they truly are, and we're going to make our own decisions based on that. And that could come in through anything. It could come in through relationships, it can come in through work, it could come through career. And we're just going to really hone into this energy for this year, and we are just going to really start making decisions that are coming from the mind, not always through our emotions, but based on what we have seen, and not allowing things to no longer get on our way. Now, for what we're releasing this year, we got the Two of Cups, and the Two of Cups is a water sign. And specifically, it's a Cancer sign here, and it looks like what this is. It's kind of like a lover's card, or a way of a relationship that has been intertwined, or a relationship that has come in forth, or we're guiding each other. So what we're releasing this year is those relationships that no longer serve us, those relationships that no longer fill our cups, whether that's emotionally, financially, or career driven. We've already seen what these relationships do to us. They break our boundaries, and they just leave us super tired, super exhausted, and overall not leaving us energized. So we are going ahead and we are releasing those energies. So we're no longer going to be being held in those relationships that don't bring growth in ourselves. So if we do take this and move forward and kind of make it more of a positive, what we are looking for is that we are going to be probably taking into more relationships that do fill our cups, more career, or again, this can be like a platonic relationship or an actual lovers relationship. It can mean that we're all going to be stepping into those relationships that are really going to be in our favor, that it's going to fill us, that's going to make us and challenge us to grow rather than take away. But what we are, again, releasing are those energies that no longer serve us. So these can be relationships that you've had with friends, that you've had for several years, but you're finally trying to see who they are, or for what they are. Or if we take it back to what we were talking about here about the overall theme, maybe you're starting to finally realize that what they've been saying or acting no longer resonates or harmonizes with your own individual thoughts, and because of this, you're releasing it. Okay, and then what we're stepping into, again, it's very interesting because I see there's a lot of there's two cards that represent Cancers here. I myself am a Cancer, and I hope that when I'm pulling these cards, that the energies that I pull through isn't very reflection of my own energy, but more an energy for the collective here. But we did get the Chariot here, which again, it's a Cancer card. And for this, what we're stepping into for 2026 is definitely movement. There's no longer a period of us being stagnant. There's going to be definitely actions. There's going to be change. There's going to be control. So we're moving into an energy that, again, because we're no longer allowing ourselves to be really ruled or focused on our own heart, but actually our mental clarity and our logic behind it, that we're going to start taking action on all the ideas and visions and careers, opportunities that are available for us. We're going to keep it moving because we know that we need this encouragement. And for 2026, it's again, it's the year of the fire horse, and the horse is about bold, fast movements, no longer being in stagnation here. Okay. And then for the guidance of 2026, we have the Queen of Swords. And this is a beautiful card as well, because even for the theme of the year, it's the same suit. So you have the king and you have the queen here. So it's the both of both. It's the both of best. Why am I tongue-tied here? It's the best of both worlds here. You have the energy of the King of Swords, which is the overall theme for the year, and then the guidance is the Queen of Swords. It's the masculine and the feminine energy working hand in hand with each other here. And as you can see, the king is facing forward because he knows what he has to do, that he's going to be thinking with his mind, with his logic, for the remaining of this year, versus the queen is ready to actually acknowledge those individuals and to form the clear boundaries that's needed in order for us to gain this full mind clarity here. So I'll just describe this one again because I know that I just joined those cards together here. But for 2026, it's telling us, to really think before we speak, to think of every possible outcomes of either a scenario or a discussion, to really remove the unbiased judgments that we have, and to really think independently so that we can grow within the year of 2026, and to have those direct communications, and also to set healthy boundaries, because I think this is the reason why we've been leaving this energy behind, because we're tired of being in relationships that leave us drained at the end, because we either did not set those clear boundaries, or simply because these individuals are just crossing over those lines for us. So it's time for you to really take that into consideration and to just say, hey, enough is enough here. Okay, so I'm just gonna try to summarize these again for you here. So for the theme of the year, we are allowing ourselves not to really be driven with our heart here, but really to take action based on what we have been presented with. And this is other people's behaviors, other people's actions. And by doing so, we are going to start realizing that there's several relationships that really no longer add value to us, and that we're going to be leaving relationships that behind, that no longer are going to serve us or allow us to fully grow. Because at the end of the day, us being here on this earth, it's really about being able to experience so many different versions of ourselves and different versions of other people. So why would you bound yourself in having relationships that feel stagnant, or relationships that aren't really serving you? So we're definitely leaving those behind. And then what we're stepping into is a beautiful energy of just pure action. We're no longer going to be second guessing ourselves, because now we are clear-minded and we are ready to take action in all the endeavors that we have been holding on to, because we're finally being freed from our own minds here, from our own demons, and we're going to be running free and taking on any opportunity that we've deemed that is going to make us grow and that it's going to serve us in the end. And for the guidance of 2026, again, it's just really reminding us that in order to step into this energy and to this overall theme, that we need to be able to think clearly, have logic, be driven by our minds, and know that at the end of the day, we can't be biased, that we have to be independent, clear thinkers, and that we have to form these boundaries so that we can really grow into our full potential. And with that, 2026 is going to be a year that's going to be beautiful, and that no longer is going to be really focused on the energies that we've had on 2025. And I don't really speak much of politics, but we'll get into that as well. I feel like 2026 is going to be a year where we're going to continue to find more and more information that is going to start appearing in front of us. More things that have been in the darkness, it's going to be coming out to the surface and to the light. We're going to start realizing that there are many people who are fully invested in only their own personal growth, but in the form of greed. They're going to be doing stuff that you wouldn't necessarily think that they rely or align with their morale or ethics, but because of their own personal growth, they're going to be doing stuff or coming clear or joining others that you are going to be shocked that this is actually really happening. Okay, lovelies. Well, I hope this reading resonated with you. Again, this reading was meant to help you reflect, to reset, and to move into the new year feeling aligned and supported. I kept it simple and grounded so that you can return to it anytime throughout 2026 for clarity and comfort. Expect calm insight, intuitive messages, and gentle look at the energies guiding the collective this year. I will be doing another video if you're interested, and where I will be going into pulling one card for each of the signs for 2026 so that it's more specific to your zodiac sign. So if you like, please stay tuned for that. So as always, I'm going to go ahead and leave you with some journal prompts. So your journal prompts for 2026 is, what part of myself am I ready to leave in the past year? What am I hoping to expand or call in during 2026? And how can I stay in line with who I am becoming? Okay, and I'll read those again once more time quickly, and I'll also put them in the description box. So what part of myself am I ready to leave in the past year? What am I hoping to expand or call in 2026? And how can I stay aligned with who I am becoming? Okay, as always, it was a pleasure being able to do this reading for you. If you feel that this message has resonated for you, or you feel that one of the journal prompts has really called you, please leave a message in the comment box so that I can read. And as always, please let me know with how you are planning to work with these energies. Again, thank you very much, and I will see you in the new year.